They got it wrong in the comics. They talk about secret evil groups trying to stop the heroes. I don't think we are particularly evil, and we don't choose sides. We try to stop both of you. If there is one of you, the opposite of you appears, it escalates. We step in. There just can't be gods amongst us. It's not fair. It has worked just fine for 10,000 years, our way. Take consolation in the fact that you were right about your theory. Be at peace.
I'm gonna give you some amazing videos coming this winter. You know, because I know exactly now, this is the kind of thing you have to trick them. I can't tell you on video, look out for this now, look out for that. Because they change the tone, they're able to do that instantly. It sounds crazy, guys, I know, but look out for those things. Rewind the video and watch it. And you'll see how it's all correlated, how my actions and the way I feel affects my environment. If I'm comfortable, my environment's gonna get really bad. If I'm not feeling well, it'll tone down a bit. If there's no noise, there's bus driver driving like a maniac. If there's nobody talking around me, some guy's phone would ring. Look at those things. Rewind the video, okay, guys? Coming out of everywhere. Towards you. Everywhere. On your way home. Truman Showish. Truman, in that movie, why were there his parents watching him when he was young? Squirrels, everything. Like, Truman don't go over there, they have it blocked off, so he doesn't realize that the world's empty. It ain't that busy everywhere. As soon as he got microchipped, don't matter anymore. He's pinned. But they make it look like in the movie there are a bunch of actors, and you see how, I tell you, one entity controls their minds. You see how in the Truman Show, making it look like they're actors, you get Christoph talking to every single one of them to their ears through the microphones, telling them where Truman is and what he's doing. He's on that street, he's on this street, he's coming that way. Same idea, guys. It's gonna blow your mind. What you're gonna hear this year, what I'm gonna be able to prove to you, it's gonna blow your mind. I'm trying to prove to you those things. Look, the only way this supernatural thing can happen is if you're microchipped. All these things are being drawn to you. Whatever this entity is that I'm finding out about as I move forward and awaken more and more, and it's looking more supernatural, more and more. Now, I don't want to venture too much into topics like these because they're very sensitive, and we don't want to discredit here ourselves and make ourselves look like idiots and fools and crazies. We want to stick to the facts, to the truths, so I can get this microchip removed. And then, you know, we can venture into anything. But overall, that's what it does. Because it's meant to create constant motion for you. And when there's not a lot of noisy people, these people think will start to come and park their cars and go in. You've seen that in all my videos. Within this 5 minutes, I will activate and mobilize everything. How does that work? How do these people think? What makes them do those actions? What, this entity controls their minds? Is it in the air we breathe? And I'm not affected by it? That's the reason why I got microchipped? Is that it? This entity, this evil entity that ran our world, what is it, a virus that exists in the air that controls people's minds but couldn't control mine? So what they had to do is microchip me in order to pin me down and control me? Is that it? It's a theory. We're venturing into a realm of the supernatural here. We're not sticking to facts. We have to stick to facts. Those topics, I'll get into them later with you guys, and I'm gonna prove to you things that you never thought were possible. All through the microchip. If I wasn't chipped, I would not be able to experience those things and see them, obviously. You know, so just to show the world what has been done to us as human species over the last thousands and thousands of years is common sense to me now. The same questions that I ask right now about my reality and surroundings, you ask it back and you can pretty much figure out what's been done to us as human beings. The powers that be that controlled us, how they pinned down revolutionaries and people that could make a difference. And I will give you proofs. A lot of things are going to be sensitive. I don't want to mention them now because I'm going to piss off a lot of people. Because I myself looked up to these people before I knew this information. How I'm going to be able to prove to you that the Malcolm X's and Luther Kings and Kennedys are all fake. Prove it, not say it. And believe me, it's an ugly truth. I didn't want to know it myself because I looked up to these people. All right? It's amazing what this entity has done to us. It's a very ugly truth. A lot of people that don't want to know about it don't come to this channel anymore because it's ugly. It's gonna show you something that you did not want to see, trust me. I wish I didn't know this information. You know, about the human condition and how sad it is. I have to hear a huge truck across the street go, woo, woo, because there's not much happening here. I have to be annoyed. If you watch all my videos from the beginning till today, you will realize one thing. There's always something happening every second, every 10 seconds, 20 seconds, an hour to keep me annoyed. Whether it's sound, motion, people bumping into me, buses slamming on the brake, whatever it is. Even if I'm here having a smoke, trying to mind my own business on a very cold day at a time which there should be nobody around. It's 2:30. Schools are not out yet. Today's Friday, November the 9th, 8th, something like that, 2019. You know? It's uncalled for this constant annoying. That's what you'll notice in all my videos. People shut up, I'm not annoyed anymore. People will start to pace. People will stop the pace. The bus will start to slam on his brakes and drive like a maniac out of nowhere. He wasn't just before that. Look out for those things. Ask those questions. Watch all my videos. You see what this microchip will bring you into a world of hell. Underground. You know? So it's something, it has to keep going and going and going. You see that? How long has it been? I just finished my smoke. Cannot possibly enjoy it, even far away. What is that? Someone talking on the phone. You gotta remember, you have to be copied in everything you do. It's this entity, it's like it's a dead entity that mimics what we do as human beings. It has to mimic us in order to survive. If you notice, there was a movie called Mimic or something like that back in the late 80s, early 90s, about this creature that mimics us, that makes noise. Watch it. I refer to movies. I resort to movies to tell you things because they do tell us what they're doing to us. They insinuate it. They tell us indirectly in all the movies that they do. Sorry, I gotta get some Kleenex here. But that's not, as of now, a priority to me to talk about. First, we gotta remove this chip. So I stop getting, annoyed like this every 2 seconds. Guys, in my own apartment, when I go to the bathroom, the people downstairs go to the bathroom. I don't know what floor it is. I have to listen to the water faucet being open and closed. I mentioned that in a lot of my old videos. Somebody flushes the toilet, whatever, anything for me to keep hearing noise inside my own apartment. If it's quiet for a while, the kids next door will run by and scream. You can't blame them. It's not them doing it on purpose. It's this thing that just ends up bringing towards you all this. A lot of people are such smart asses, easy to come and say, well, you're imagining things, you're concentrating on them too much. Just try to ignore and, move on with your life, it'll go away. I really laugh when I hear that. After everything I show in my videos. For someone to watch videos, watch proof, and tell you you're imagining this. It's really funny. But, we'll get to it. So when you look at my surroundings and you take what I'm saying into consideration and watch the proof on video, any dumb moron would realize that this guy is obviously there's something in him that's giving out his location and, for all this supernatural busyness to happen around him everywhere he goes. every place he walks into for people to come out and clean. To see these beautiful, happy faces everywhere he goes. So it's something like that. And motion as I pass. You get it? So it's not just emotion, everything. It's faces too. It's like you have to see these miserable faces. Not the way they look. It's the way they try to exert their feeling. You know what I mean? That's besides all the mistreatment that I used to go through. They don't do that no more now because I record everything. Nobody dares. In establishments, banks, serving people in front of me, making me line up and wait. As soon as I get there, they close one of the registers, or two of them, they only keep one open. So it gets busy, so people line up. It gets all talky, noisy, and movie. In the bank, at the courthouse, anywhere, guys, in the hospital, pacing, slamming doors. It's just ridiculous. I mean, you know, a 2-year-old can watch these videos and say, what the hell's going on with this guy, man? Anyways, you know, that's just, there'll be somebody coming out or what? Somebody.
What this explanation on again for, because I'm going to get the final
It's open today? The last time, actually, I'm not going to say the last time, in the last year, and it could have been any time that I've actually walked into the building, got into the elevator, got up, went to my apartment, came in, didn't meet anybody. You could have been at 4 in the morning, 2 or 3, out of the 365 days, maybe 1 or 2 days. And no, guys, this is not the Hilton downtown, or, you know what I mean? So that's what it does to you when you get chipped. You get pinpointed, zombified, vampired all day long in every single way, except physically. As soon as I leave, they get notified. They come out. How? Microchip, which I believe a lot of people are trying to talk me out of it, but sometimes I'm stuck inside of a building and they know what floors I go on, how. There are no cameras there, nobody telling them where I'm heading from one place to another. I don't know. Let's see how we do this. I'm pretty sure it is a chip. They're chipping people without the look at people screaming here. Listen, they make noise for me and annoying. Listen.
So but I just stay that way. So once you go back to the cycle, I just go back to the cycle. They come in one time. All right. Monisha, I mean, Kelly is on the
See that charade? I have to go through it in order to hear loud stuff going, noise. They're still screaming in my ear, look.
All right, bye.
They're still screaming in my ear and following me. Look how he's following me around and screaming in my ear. Freemasonist motherfucker. But they're scum, these people. Those are not real men. If you really think about it, what kind of a man with 2 testicles and something hanging out would do something like this? They make fun of women. They tell them, don't talk loud like a bitch. What would make him, you know? Think about it. I'm sorry to say these bad words as soon as I leave my house, but I have to give it to them. You have to realize these guys that they're not real men. But he thinks he got the job done because it's supposed to really grab my attention and tick me for me to say something bad to him. You know, the birds, these birds all night, they bring them over to annoy me. As soon as I wake up, garbage trucks, as soon as I get out, I have to see them and noises. This particular bird, they train it. At 4:30 in the morning, I was listening to it till now. It didn't shut up. Look at the loud screams. Listen. These satanic kids, they get to annoy you. Right away, they start to pass in front of me. All these kids. How satanic this is. You know? These are demonic countries, guys. The whole world's turning like this, but the West has always been a demonic entity. You know? They tell you that these countries are based on Christian values. excuse my language, bullcrap. These are Satanist countries. They're only based on the blood of the innocent natives that lived here, that they slaughtered in order to create these colonies here and bring in more people to enslave. So these are the countries we live in. That's what these countries are based on. These are the people in power, guys. Normal people out there that don't get stalked, whether you like it or not, those guys are in your neighborhood. Anytime they don't like you, they don't like your internet searches or things that you do that they want to get to you, bam, these guys will be on you. Remember these videos, because I won't be around. I ain't staying in these countries. I'm going to better countries. Nowhere in the world is much better. Everything's changed. There's corruption everywhere. But there are certain places that are still a little bit more pure than these places here. North America and Western Europe's the worst. It's always been the worst. It's always been Satan's playground. You know? And Eastern countries have been following in this direction, especially for the last 15, 20 years. More like 30. You know, since the Soviet Union went down. Not that the Soviet Union was a good entity. That's a look at the madness. Look at the crap that they put in front of me. Look at the junk. Soviet Union was communist. It's pure Satanist. You know, it was godless. And now Russia's different. You know, at least it's got some, you know, religious roots. I'm not a religious fanatic, but religion, when it's applied right, not in a hierarchy mode, you know, where it's about power and money, when people do believe that there's a higher power in their hearts, that when one power on the whole planet, regardless of your religion, it's a good thing. You know, it makes them better people. They connect with the spiritual realm in order to save themselves from what's happening. Because the land is getting too polluted, guys. Too polluted in terms of the people running it. It's getting too satanic. And it wasn't like this. It gets worse and worse and worse as we move forward into this slaverish digital age. Guys, as soon as I grabbed the computer in the 80s, I looked at it, I said, I don't like it. I don't know why. I was a child. I was maybe in my early teens. Not even. I said, I don't like it. I don't know. I just don't find it useful for us as human beings. That is Satan himself, guys. Okay? Trust me. Now, I know you think that there are some good things to get out of that, and there are. But when you weigh out the pros and cons, it's ridiculous. Okay? There's a reason why Mac, it's got a bitten apple on it. See, look, they wait for me and then they move. Look at them. Look at the piece of shit. There's a reason why. It's a bitten apple. What was the forbidden fruit? It was apples. So they're showing you, you're going to take a bite of it. So this is Satan's playground, guys. Okay? And it's all about technology. Technology is the vessel that Satan's using to take us on into this really nasty satanic world where people are enslaved. Only the dumb ones like these ones just do their work. Look. Even the buses, the trucks, garbage. Take care. There we go. So how did they know I was coming out of the pharmacy at that point? Maybe they're waiting outside for me to come out, but I don't think so. Because I could have been in there for a good 10-15 minutes. I got someone who commented on my channel and he told me that, you know, this is what they do. He explained to me how the system works, and it made sense, and that's what I believed in at first. But now I don't believe that anymore. Why? Because, guys, I could be sitting in a place for, see the sirens, the cops aren't lucky honks, the bastard, to make noise for me. Unnecessary. They come out of there, look, they're waiting for me. So, I could be in a place for half an hour. And as soon as they come out, as soon as I come out, they come out. How? They can't be waiting outside. Shut up! They can't be waiting outside for half an hour, guys. Right? I mean, sorry, I had to tell them to shut up. I can't take it sometimes. Just put some fear in them. I know it's a bad tactic, but you gotta do it. They're animals, they're not human beings, these creatures. You gotta remember that. They used to be human beings. After they made a pact with the devil and started to do this, they're not human beings anymore. You can't treat them as such or they will chew you up. If you treat them as human beings, they won't see it. Look how they time it, these two. They're looking at me to see how they're gonna time it. As soon as I get out there, they can get there. Look at them, look. Look who's gonna start to point to her husband now, look. Over there, over here, watch. The nastiness. Look at the truck. Look at this bitch over here, this nasty old creature. Sorry, it's not about age. She's a nasty creature. Look what I have to experience. Look. So you see how corrupted this whole system is. It's corrupted, guys. It's corrupt. All these agencies, they work with them and they know they're coming. That's an ambulance, for God's sakes. The guy who drives that car is supposed to be saving lives. Or at least helping people to get to the hospital fast enough so they can save their lives. What is he doing? He's participating in a choking operation on someone, on a targeted person, to choke him with noise and annoy him. This is what this is. Gang stalking is a choking operation. It's an assassination. Hidden but in plain sight. Not really that hidden when they have that many people around you, but still, you get the point, you know? So look at the birds everywhere, the pigeons, look what they do to them. They feed them. I don't know how they train them to do this. Here, the big trucks are gonna pass by me, the school trucks over there, look. Look how they speed and pass by. Look at the shit I have to listen to every time I pass by here. Guys, zillions of them sometimes. Birds, everything in my view. That's like they want things to be moving the whole time. When I come to the plaza and go back home in noise. Look at these nasty motherfuckers. Excuse my language. Look. Really do much. It's a joke, you know. This doesn't really do much what they're doing. It's, you know. But because the people who invented the system, this affects them. Because they're weak. How else would you come out with it as a weapon to annoy someone else if you didn't know that it was annoying to begin with? So it obviously affected you. Look now, they're gonna throw the dirt as soon as I pass by here, look. And this bitch is in on it with them. She pretends that nothing's going on. Just nasty motherfuckers. Satanic pieces of shit. Look. They've been working on that second floor for a week. So, look how they look at the work that they're working. Look how they're such assholes. Look, that they're looking at the building, oh, they're doing the work. They're such pricks. I mean, who else would do this kind of work? But dumb, stupid people that are incompetent. Who would do this work? Who? You know, who would scream in your ear in the morning when they can pass by without even talking to you? You know? You try not to pay attention to them and ignore them, and they just want to annoy you. Look. I ignored her completely. Look how much they're trying to irritate me. So far. How long has it been? Let's see the minutes counting. It's not even 20 minutes since I left my house. They've tried to do the impossible to irritate me. That doesn't work. This would work on them. So they get people to act weird like this and sing, and these guys don't do this on a normal basis. They're just doing it to annoy you. They're not dumb. They're just sneaky and dirty. So you gotta remember, these countries here, there are a lot of good people here too, guys. The problem is, good people are spread out, and these nasty pricks are combined together by an energy that has bad intentions for this planet. So when good people are divided and bad people are put together to attack the few good men out there or women or the strong ones, what does that tell you? Where's the society heading? Where? Where are they heading? They're not heading anywhere. They're heading into the dumpster. They are in the dumpster, actually. They don't even need.
PM. Sent by
Guys, listen to this message from my doctor's office.
49990. Hi, Paul. I'm calling from Triton Medical. We got a call from Delta Hospital of you wanting to go get an X-ray done there, and the reason for the X-ray that Dr. Smith put that you asked for was routine, just to see if you were healthy. But they unfortunately won't do that without a valid reason. The hospital, when they called me, they said that they won't do it without a valid reason. I had another doctor look over to see if maybe we could put a reason that they would accept, but as per Dr. Tusky, he says that there is no valid reason for you to get this X-ray done, and it will not determine anything. So you can disregard the X-ray, I guess, because they won't be able to do it, and the doctors here won't write that if there's no valid reason for you to get an X-ray. And then as per the clinic, you won't be able to book appointments here.